You were doing mediumship and you were having very good success doing a certain kind of work when I met you. And you had studied with some of the biggest, most famous teachers.
Yes.
And, I know that some of them as well, but you were very well trained in direct contact mediumship.
Mhm.
What changed when you incorporated the work that we do?
My work became less about getting a contact in terms of somebody that's crossed over, and more about the person that was sitting in front of me.
So you stopped trying to prove yourself to your client by getting specific information or validation of a certain kind, and it became more about what the person really needed.
Yes, yes. There are certain teachers, schools of thought that teach that it's about the spirit need, like what's the need of the person that is crossed over. But because of our work together, I never really felt like that.
Good.
So it was something that was sort of dissonant in me.
I actually want to say that I worked with you to work against that training, because I think mediumship, which all of the work I do is based in that,
Yeah.
because I'm connected to guides who are bossing me around day and night. But I think mediumship has been contaminated by putting the power over on the side of the dead people. The living, who have to live and to work out whatever was unfinished, have the right of way.
Yes. 100%.
And I feel attuning to that and then asking who wants to come forward to help that person progress. That's different than letting anybody who wants to just talk up a storm and try to settle the score on shit that never got handled.
Right.
And I'm not saying I don't listen, like I care about each side of the story, but the person sitting with me came because something is unfinished for them.
Exactly. Exactly. And so I think that that's, I see that changing in my work. I see it changing in others' work. And I think that that's really the way that it needs to go. Because just like you said, somebody came and the need is in them. And those needs need to be addressed because people are really searching and suffering.
That's why I'm willing to do more work. I haven't felt like I wanted to be famous or wanted a huge ashram, or I've kept it. If anything, I've pulled a lot back, but I really loved your idea of making myself more available to people to answer questions, because I think I have a lot of experience that other people haven't really had, because I've been doing this a really long time and I had great teachers early in my training. And I don't think there are as many of those very high level teachers available unless you go travel far and wide to meet with them. And a lot of people who are doing things on the internet are imitating that level of expanded consciousness, but they aren't really able to open it up in others. It's about them as a celebrity or as a known person.
So that's interesting. How, if you can talk about it in, this forum, how do you open that level in others?
By being totally transparent and letting the vibration of the high masters and angels penetrate my field and then enter the conversation, and letting it be very gradual so that the other person isn't worried or intimidated. I believe everyone has huge gifts that have not been explored. And the masters, the high teachers, know the way to open it up. And if I'm very transparent and present, it just happens. I didn't sit and tell you what your best gifts were.
No, you did not.
I did tell you when I thought you were I think maybe overestimating certain techniques and not counting enough on your own innate wisdom, like inner truth.
Yes.